We love you, Kenny Ortega. You brought us some of the best musicals the Disney Channel has to offer. Descendants 3 gave us the peace of mind we needed to wish the VKs the happily ever after they deserved, and we have to thank you for that. But seriously, Kenny, don't make us wait over a decade for Descendants 4 like you did with High School Musical. We wish we could watch D3 all over again for the first time. And when there's a will, there's a way. So here are some never-before-seen deleted scenes from Descendants 3. Watch until the end to see what Kenny Ortega has to say about Descendants 4. Dizzy's taking it all in. If you're VK, getting chosen to go to Auradon is like winning the jackpot. The pastries have no flies, there's candy for days, and fruits and green leaves grow on trees. In this deleted scene, we catch the glimpse of Evie's castle and see Jay doing flips for Carlos, Squeaky, and Squirmy's entertainment. Dizzy skips her way onto the lawn, smiling, twirling, and taking it all in. She's wearing a funky, never-before-seen dress and is in a state of total awe. Dizzy finishes off her moments by saying how much she loves Auradon. She even calls it her favorite place in the whole world. Jane's reading. In the Meet Celia trailer, we see Celia giving Jane a tarot card reading, but for some reason this scene was cut from the movie.
You're going to meet a tall, handsome stranger.
Luckily, there's an extended version of this deleted scene. In this version, we see Jane hesitantly picking a card out of the deck. Celia asks Jane to keep the card a secret and puts her powers to the test. Without looking at the card, she tells Jane that she's going to meet a tall and handsome stranger, to which Jane replies that she already has. Now that we've seen the movie, we're wondering if Jane's referring to Harry Hook or Carlos. What do you guys think? The truth will cost you. Jane's tarot card reading doesn't end here. Instead, Jane goes on to ask Celia another question. She asks Celia if he'll remember her birthday tomorrow, confirming that she was indeed talking about Carlos. But Celia holds out her hand instead of answering the question. Jane pays up and the scene cuts right then and there. We would have loved to see Celia give all of the AKs a very expensive tarot reading, but Descendants 3 was already loaded with crucial scenes, so they had to cut a lot of Celia's parts out of the film. Pool's Ball. In this deleted scene, we get to see Carlos and Jay playing what seems to be a cross between foosball and pool. So we're going to call it Pool's Ball. We love this deleted scene because it gives us a chance to see Carlos and Jay bonding. Jay and Carlos used to play a ton of games together in Descendants. They especially loved video games and were always messing around with each other. Seeing this deleted scene makes us happy for so many reasons. No bikes, no remote.
Where are bikes?
Oh, yeah, we crashed them.
In Descendants 3, we find out that Harry and Gil destroy the Core 4's bikes during their time on the Isle. We were surprised that they didn't safely store their bikes considering the Isle is full of sneaks and thieves. In this deleted scene, we see Mal ask Carlos and Jay if they stored the bikes in a locked garage, and the short answer is no, they didn't. Mal starts making plans to walk to Auradon, but Jay mentions that they don't have the remote to open the barrier. The VKs never lost the remote in Descendants 3, which makes this deleted scene super interesting. Celia the Sneak. Most of us were expecting Celia to play a huge hand in the destruction of Auradon. We thought she'd be a double agent working for her father, but in the end, Celia was kind, helpful, and forgiving. The trailers painted her in a certain light, causing us to doubt her dedication to the Core 4. In this scene, we get to see a whole new side of Celia. As it turns out, Celia is the one who stole the remote from Jay, but she was nice enough to give it back to the VKs once they noticed it missing. Make sure you get your cut. After finding out that Celia was the one who stole the remote, the VKs adorably scold her. Jay is impressed with Celia's thieving skills. After all, he used to be the one with the fast hand reputation.
Sweet.
In this deleted scene, we see Celia give Dr. Facilier a huge hug. She lets him know she's gone for the night and runs off, but her dad calls out to her before she gets too far.
Make sure you get your cut.
Dr. Facilier did go on to deliver this line in the movie, but in a very different scene than this one. The story isn't over. At the end of Descendants 2, we saw a short clip of Uma telling the audience that the story wasn't over, and in the behind-the-scenes clip, we see Kenny Ortega doing the exact same thing. Kenny sweeps the set before looking up at the camera and repeating Uma's famous line.
What? You didn't think this was the end of the story, did you?
This makes us wonder if Kenny is just messing around or hinting at a secret plan. There's no way of knowing for sure, but we have to hope that the Disney Channel will pick up the Descendants franchise once again for future generations. Which deleted scene was your favorite? Tell us in the comments. Must-see deleted scenes from Descendants 3. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching The Things. Give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.